question, are you a strategical spender? What am I talking about? Back in a minute. As soon as I find my intro. Hi, this is Jan from New York City. I like to help people save money. How's everybody doing today? Welcome if you are new here. You know, people sometimes misconstrue a frugal person as a cheap person. So not true. It occurred to me recently. Now, this is the day that you're viewing this is actually the day that I'm having, as I call the junk truck, come over and pick up those cluttery items that have been mentally and physically in the way of space. They're going to be gone very, very soon. So I'm pre-recording this because on the actual day, the day that you're viewing this, I will be extremely busy. So therefore, I want to make sure you get an important message. And it occurred to me, and as many of you have watched myself get a haircut, watched myself get a brand new, fresh from the factory chair, doing this decluttering project and paying people to get rid of some stuff. Guess what? Is this deprivation? No, I'm still a frugal person. That's the whole point of frugality. Frugality is literally, and it occurred to me earlier today, and I had to make sure I share this message. It's like God put it in my head. Frugality is actually strategical spending, okay? Some people think that frugality is, oh my goodness, hold on to every nickel, and I'm never going to spend it because I just want to hold on to every nickel and dime. It's about making wise choices and perhaps holding on to those nickels, dimes, pennies, for the strategy of getting more value. This is the most important point that I can give. Being frugal is not living a deprived life at all. It's just strategically spending and not spending with intent. If more people would do a simple trick, I'm just going to leave it short and sweet today, because I'll come back to you on audio with my reaction to my experience this morning. I'll come back later with an audio show reacting. Excuse me, please. If more people would do the following trick, whenever you have the urge to spend something, take a breath, take a minute, go over the why questions, reverse engineer. Say to yourself, okay, so if I get this so-and-so object, this thing serve me how? How will this thing serve me? And if the answer suffices to a need and not just simply a whimsical want, there are so many things all of us want. The majority of things in our lives are things we want, and maybe perhaps we don't need. But that's not to say that maybe one day in the future we could cave in and get a couple of those things that we want later on. You see? I'd rather save those pennies, nickels, not eat dinner out, no manis and petties, just getting my hair done twice a year. And the rest of the year, oh well, kiss it up to God and hope that I give myself a decent trim in between. Because, the price of haircuts, it's up there, but we do need it for our hair to get professional cut, at the very least, in my opinion, once a year. So for me, because my hair is longer, it can go a little longer, twice a year for me. But those are choices I make. What kind of choices do you make? For me, and I am not picking on the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree has a lot of merits. And I mean dollar type stores, not that specific place. That kind of a store, okay, has wonderful merits. And I'm going to do a separate show about that, okay? But for me, for let's say, I'm not saying that it's not nice to have pretty things. Have a few. You can even make a few, by the way. Just saying, just saying. For example, if you happen to have a beautiful glass jar and it's the fall and a whole bunch of cute little acorns fall in your backyard, you fill up that jar and decorate it, and you got yourself a free fall decoration. Just saying, using our imagination here, okay? Or if you like to have some plants, you don't have to get the ones that need to be highly maintained. Get a simple plant that doesn't need too much maintenance, especially if you don't have a green thumb, which happens to be me. I don't have a green thumb, okay, at all, like at all. For a person like me, silk flowers and fake plants do the trick. Hey, I'm on this. I'm just saying, just saying. Again, intentional spending. If you love art, but your heart wants to get art, why don't you make your own art? You know, there are a lot of artists in us. A lot of us are so creative, we just don't tap in on that. We were designed to be creative. The creator designed us to be creative too. This is the truth. Every single one of us has the potential of being a wonderfully creative person. I don't know why many of us don't tap in on that. But again, intention. Oh, if you're afraid of making a mistake, we all make mistakes. If you're afraid or think it's whatever the thing is so difficult, okay, we learn more about it. We are capable of learning up till the very last minute we can learn. And that is the truth. But the most important message is about intentional spending. For myself, I'll give you an example. A friend of mine recently posted somewhere else that they had a child with them and they bought 2 ice cream cones here in New York. Each soft serve ice cream cone from the ice cream truck was $7 each. Are you kidding me? Even the person that purchased it, my friend, was rather surprised. And, you know, she spends a lot, you know, and bless her for it. And of course, you know, it's a hot day. You have a child with you and everything. But in my opinion, she must have had sticker shock at the truck at the time. It was, you know, the soft serve type cone. $7 is a bit much for a soft serve cone. So what I would say to me as an adult, not walking around with a little kid, unless if I'm going out with my grandchildren or something, what I might consider doing instead as an option, I would maybe buy, you know, the grocery store one version and the grocery store cones. You could put it together yourself and promise your little ones, as soon as we get home, grandma's going to make you this, that, and the other thing type thing. Make a celebration out of it. I can't tell you how many cones I would have gotten out of that $14, but I do understand, you know, you're walking around New York, you didn't expect, that's absolutely understandable. But this is just an example of like choices that all of us can make. We could decide to get the expensive thing outside versus the more reasonable thing that we could just, you know, put forth a little bit of effort. And to me, that effort is just so worth it. So let's get back to frugality. Frugality is not at all about deprivation. It is about strategic planning, strategic spending, and strategic saving. And that's my message for this morning. So there, I'm glad I made it ahead of time. And I'm so excited about, you know, the morning that you're viewing this. Oh my gosh, yay. And I'll get back to you later on today and share my actual, you know, talk about my actual reaction, you know, to the situation of, as I call it, the junk truck. There you go. Well, hope everybody has an amazing morning today, an upcoming day. And I am looking for my outro. Where are you, outro? Be right back. Catch you later today on the audio. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.